What is up? Welcome back to the Poker Ring. I am your host, Poke Gloves. I've never done a face-to-face video before, and I apologize for that. I'm still working out the kinks on how to film all this stuff. This is all very new to me. Currently, I'm using the webcam in my computer. I don't have a video outside of my cell phone, and I don't really have a way to show you the information that you can see on screen right now, because what I would like to go over and something that I would like to move into is price analyzation. And so I thought, what better way to start than Fusion Strike? I tried making one for celebrations, but I just wasn't committed to it. And I think for this set, especially going forward, it's important to have an extra video out there going over prices, because it's really easy to get FOMO and want to overpay for a product and buy product nonstop in order to get these rare cards that you want, or there's a certain card that you want. And there's nothing wrong with opening product or wanting a lot of sealed that you can open or hold on to. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for specific cards, I wanted to make a video on prices and how much they move and adjust and change to make it easier on you, the customer, the person purchasing the product, so that way you don't spend a fortune on a card that's not worth what you're putting into it. So, that being said, let's take a second to look at the screen. So, right here, I have all of my cards, the big hitter cards, secret rares, all the way down to regular V cards, most of the V. So, I have the secret rare rainbows into the alternate arts, into the V alternate arts, the character or the trainer and supporter secret rares. Dang it, I did again. I meant to put the Flaffy down here with the power tablet, training course, fire energy, because those are all gold. Keep my gold together. VMAXs, full arts into Vs. So starting at the top, let's look at this set. The 3 dates I have set right now are November 5th, which was about a week-ish after pre-sale was listed on TCG Player. All of my prices are taken from the market price. It's listed on TCG Player, and some of them, if they have an asterisk, are either what I put in or the lowest selling price, because there wasn't information by November 5th on what the market price is. So November 5th is the market price. November 11th is Thursday, the day before release, which was a week after. So November 5th, that weekend was, I think that day was when pre-sale tournaments were going, or pre-release tournaments were going on. So this is before, either the day before or the day of those pre-release tournaments happening, the day before release, and the release day. So let's start with that Mew VMAX secret rare. Mew VMAX, Gengar VMAX, and Espeon VMAX are going to be the 3 most sought after cards. And let's look at the rainbow of it. So the rainbow Mew VMAX was pre-listed at $250. And after a week of the tournament being open and people being able to have access to those products and people getting it early, it dropped down to $175. So it had a 30% drop just within 1 week. Then you move over to the next day, Friday, release day, and it went from 175 to 120, which was another 31% drop. So in total, just in 1 week from the 5th to the 12th, an actual 7-day period, an actual week, the product fell by roughly 60% or 55%. So let's use that as a benchmarker to look at this set and say, all right, with Modern, because there's a lot printing, a lot of stores are carrying it, Target, Walmart, your local LGS, online vendors, Poke streamers on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and the like, they all have access to this product, and so you're able to pick it up fairly easily. And keep in mind, this is wave 1. So all these prices are wave 1. So looking at that, Mew VMAX Secret Rare, which was the most expensive card when I made this list, that and the Mew V alternate art, the one where Mew's around all of her friends, those were the 2 highest when I made this. And just within 1 week, look how much it fell. 1 day of release, it fell by 55%. So if you're looking for specific cards, and I'll get to this later, it's going to be better to just purchase them as individual cards. So then let's go ahead into the other VMAXs. We have Chandelure, It started out at $25, and then day before release, it was $20, so it fell 20%. And then that one actually raised to about $21. I haven't checked prices today. Today's Saturday that I'm filming this, so I'm not sure what the current prices are, but I know that as of 5 p.m., November 12th, release day is when I recorded all of this. That Greedent was $15, fell down to $10, and then it's staying at about $9 right now on average, $9.50. So altogether, the card only fell by $5, which is a 33% fall in total. But that right there is just showing you these numbers, that 30% fall, that 40, a lot of this in from pre-sale to pre-release, a lot of them fell on average 30%, which typically doesn't happen for product until about 3 months from release day. So now we're looking at just from pre-sale to release day, everything's falling between like 30 to 40% on average, which is a huge fall, which is great for me and for you if you want to buy individual cards. If you want to buy product, that's great. Please buy sealed product. By no means am I saying don't buy sealed product. I love sealed product. I love opening stuff. In fact, I just opened a Dark Sylveon Celebrations box before filming this. So I love opening product, but at the end of the day, I know that buying singles are going to be the way to go. And specifically with modern sets, I like waiting until months after the set comes out. And information like this really does help. So like look at this Gengar VMAX alternate art. That's the one where he has the big mouth, the chase card that everyone's going for because Gengar VMAX is just obliterates right now. That mixed with, I believe it's the Chandelure VMAX, just sweep at online right now. So that Gengar VMAX on the 5th was worth 220. Pre-release or day before it was down to 176, so it fell 20%, and then opening it went to 175. I do think I checked this out online, and I think as of today, Saturday, it's down to 128. It's or like no, it's 168. So it's the second highest card, and so just within 1 week, it fell from 220 to about 170. So it lost about what is that? $50 in price, and that's just in one day. And again, when wave one, more product means more prices are going to fall. Inteleon VMAX. Now, if you're going to invest in getting an alternate art, Inteleon's going to be your cheapest. All right, it started out at 200, and then a week later was down to $90 day before open. After the set was released, it's down to $80. So it fell by $120. It fell by, I think, 60% even. Yeah, I think it fell 60% even from pre-sale to release day. And out of all the alternate arts, because there are four, there's the Gengar, Inteleon, Espeon, and then the Mew VMAX. Those are the four alternate VMAXs you can get. You have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a VMAX. So it seems like the Inteleon is the most pulled alternate art VMAX from what I'm assuming from this price. Now the Mew VMAX actually took a turn. It was listed at 150, went up to 166 the day before release, so it went up by 10%, and it's been sitting at about 165 by 5 p.m. at the end of release day, so it only fell by 1%. Now getting on to the alternate arts. Now the Mew alternate art I've been looking forward to. I think it is so cute having Mew there with all the Pokemon, and they're just, Mew's just like, yay, I'm excited to be here. So cute. So pre-sale was 250, and then day before release it was down to 112. So it already had fallen 55% since then, and as of 5 p.m. yesterday, it was at $103. So it fell by roughly $145 from pre-sale to now. And if I remember correctly, because I did check out TCG. In fact, let's go over to TCG right now. TCG Player, I believe, set all of this because this is Saturday. I believe it's only down to $90, $100. So from this, like just in one day, it fell from $103 to 95. So these prices keep continuing to fall, which is great if you're trying to buy these cards. The Genesect V Alt Art was $100. Day before release was 66. It fell 33%, and then it seemed to stay there. at $63 for that. The Celebi Alt Art was $75, fell down to $50 day before release. Day of release, it fell down to about 45-ish now. I think it's sitting at about 41, 42, because it's fairly common. So altogether, that card fell almost by 50% just from pre-sale to release. So again, I wish I also made this video earlier, looking at pre-sale prices before the tournament started happening, because this is also just a reminder, if you're new to the hobby, it's very important to not spend so much money trying to pre-buy the cards, because the cards are always going to list for way high before the pre-release tournaments come out, because most of what people get in their hand before the set comes out are pre-release cards. And then once the set comes out after opening weekend, everything exponentially falls. Especially by the second weekend that new set has been out, everything's typically fallen by 30 to 40% from pre-sale prices to second weekend of the set coming out, which is typically 3 to 4 weeks after the pre-sale price goes out. The Greedent V alternate art, I put $8.99 because there was only one listed for $8.99 at TCG Player. I should have probably put $20, $19.99, just because it's an alternate art. And so after the pre-release tournaments, it went up to 23.32. So it had a 160% increase, and then fell down to about $20 on release day itself. So it fell by 13%. So that one's probably going to stay the course at about $20 for a while. And most of these cards, I think, are going to fall by another 30% by the end of December or mid-December, once the set's been out for a month. Once it's been out for a month, I'll make another. What is that? It's December 12th? Yeah, so December 12th. Let's bold that. We'll look at these prices again and go from here. But I expect, so this Mew VMAX Secret Rare was 120. I think when we just checked it, it was down to, wow, we're doing this again. Man, I should have planned this out a little bit better. Said 120? Yeah, I believe that Mew is down to $95. So just from yesterday when I recorded this at 5 p.m., right now it's 5 p.m. You can't see because my head's in the way, but it's 5 p.m. where I am. It's already down to $95 from 120. So it fell $30. So it fell 25% from yesterday when I made that video. So that pre-release was $250. Right now it's selling for $95. So it's fallen by, that's close to 70%. That's like 63 to 65% that it fell just within a literal 1 week period, 8 days. So I think that by December 12th, most of these cards, because of how printed Fusion Strike is, I think most of these cards are going to be ridiculously cheap. The Elsa Sparkle was listed at $45, and then by the day before opening, it was $30, so it fell 33%. And as of yesterday, it was sitting at $16, so it fell 50% from when, almost 50%, 46% from day before release. Now, the Flaffy Secret Rare shinies always stay really high for about a year or so. So this was set at $40. By Thursday, it was $34, so it had fallen 15%. And by yesterday at 5 p.m., it had gone to $30, so it fell by 11%. Today, when I checked it, it was at $28.50. So I expect that card to sit around $25 for a long time. Shauna is a fan favorite, $40, fell down to $26, which was a 34% drop. Is now sitting at about $22.50, which was another 14% that it had dropped from that price. Now that to me doesn't seem correct. No, it does. That is a correct number. Now the Sydney, I put $39.99 because there were none listed on TCG Player on November 5th when I looked at this. Pre-sale, or day before, it was $10, so it had fallen 75%. And then yesterday at 5, it was $9.21, which means it fell another 8%. And I checked earlier today, it was down to, some listings were as low as $6.50, $7.50 on average. So let's skip down a little bit because I think a lot of these aren't holding value. I mean, clearly you can see that nearly everything has fallen by 30 to 40% just from opening. So basically whatever the pre-sale number was to what it is as of yesterday at 5 p.m. is about 50% less. I mean, Sydney is a ridiculous example. I guess a Secret Rare Sydney, which is the Rainbow Sydney is just super common because it fell by 75%. Even more because let's say it's 750 right now. That's so it roughly fell, let's see, to a seventh of what it used to cost, which is what, not 80%, but like 84, 85% from pre-sale. But let's skip on down to Power Tablet. Now, this one didn't have any change. I guess no one wanted to buy it in between the pre-sale to the release day, and on release day it had fallen down to $27, so it fell by 22%. So that one's actually holding its price fairly well. Trading Court was $30, went down to $23, which was a 25% dip, and is sitting at about 21 right now. Now the energy cards, energy are always going to cost more. Gold energy always ends up costing more just because people love gold energy. I love gold energy. I have a binder full of gold energy. I think I'll be able to buy these cards for myself by Christmas. So the fire energy and grass energy both were $30. They only fell by $1 or $2 pre-sale or day before release. On day of release, the fire energy fell to $25. Grass energy went to 22. 22.50. I can tell you today I looked at these prices. The fire energy was sitting at $23. It was like 22.96 was the market average. Everything I found was like 22, $23. And the grass energy, some of them were as low as $16 or $15, with the market average being 18. So I think the grass energy is going to be fairly cheap. Grass energy historically, the secret rares, I'm always able to buy super cheap. I guess people just don't like them, which is great for me because I love collecting them. And let's cut down some of this. So Mew VMAX was $31, went up to $40, so it went up by about 29%, and then fell back down to $33, so it went down by 17%. So this card actually went up in value from pre-sale to release day, which hasn't really happened in this set too much. I think that's one of the few that has actually increased in value from pre-sale. Gengar VMAX, which again, Gengar is definitely going to be used a lot in tournaments. So this card I think is going to become super cheap because people just keep trying to sell them. They're going to flood the market, and I think this set card is going to be easy to get in the future. So it was at $30, went up to $38, and then fell right back down to $25 on release day. I think right now it's sitting at $22, so it's a more affordable card for the new tournament that's about to happen. Chandelier VMAX was $9. It fell day before release to $6, and as of now, it's like a $3 card for the Chandelier VMAX. So that one's going to be really easy to acquire, especially if you like collecting VMAXs. I do have a VMAX section and V section of my binders. It's not that I'm trying to get certain VMAXs or Vs. It's just if I happen to pull them, I separate them by type and if it's V or VMAX. So that works for me. Inteleon VMAX $20, didn't fall that much. It was $15 as of yesterday, so it only fell by 20%, which is still pretty good. So if you want to run an Inteleon VMAX deck and not pay for the alternate art, I'm sure this card is going to be between $11 to $12 by next week, and by December 12th, I predict it's honestly going to be $7 or $8. We'll have to come back to this video, and I need to write down what I said so I can remember. The Bolton VMAX was $11, fell to 10.25, which was a 6% fall, and fell to roughly $8, so it fell 22%. So really, it only moved down $3 since pre-sale. The Shauna full art was $45, fell to 27, which was a 40% drop, and is sitting at $23 right now, which was an additional 17% drop from there. So 45 to so roughly fell by 50%. So this is what I'm talking about with having that FOMO. Like, I really wanted that Shauna full art. I think it's a beautiful card. I love Shauna. She's a fan favorite. I know she always does well. Great having dupes in order to resell further down the line. But just from pre-sale to release day, 1 week was a 50% drop, which is unheard of. Fusion Strike is just dropping so much more than I've seen any other set. The last set that because I didn't look at the prices for Evolving Skies. I do know the Rayquaza for that one was 500 pre-listed, fell to 250, and now it's sitting at like roughly 185, 190 as the average. So that one fell by about 60%, but that took until Fusion Strike until after celebrations for that to happen. So that was September, October. That was 2.5 months, almost 3 months for that set to finally fully sink in. So the prices that are on Evolving Skies right now are roughly where prices are going to be for a while. Second wave still coming, so we're going to be seeing more Evolving Skies. I'm seeing more Evolving Skies. Second wave is here. Excuse me. I'm seeing it at every restock. I'm seeing ETBs. I'm seeing singles. I'm seeing triple pack boosters. So Evolving Skies is going to fall even more. And this is all opening weekend. Let's skip down to some of the. I'm always going to look at Bolton. I love Bolton. Mew Full Art was $35, went up to $36, so went up by 2%. That's awesome. And then fell down to about $34. So that one stayed roughly about the same, only fell by $1. Genesect was $29.97, so $30. Went up to about $32, so went up by 6%, but then fell down to $28, so it fell by about 11% from that 32. So altogether, that card only fell in value by about $2. I expect the Mew Full Art and Genesect Full Art to stay fairly high in price. I would say that they're going to come down to about $15 a piece. Maybe not in a month, maybe in a month and a half. But they are very sought out after cards. The Bolton Full Art, which I love, that card is getting pulled into the ground. I am seeing everyone pull it, and I love it. I have a Bolton binder, so it's going to be real easy for me to get a lot of duplicates of Bolton. I love Bolton. So that was listed at 1624 on November 5th, and then it went down to 1361, so it fell by about 16%. And then as of release day, 5 p.m., it was down to about $8.40, so it fell about 38%. And today, when I checked it, I honestly think it was down to $6, and some are even listed at $4.55. So let's say it was $6. So Bolton lost roughly $10 in value. It fell by about 60% from pre-sale to opening day. The regular Mew V was $15 or $14.69, went up to $15.12, so it went up by 2.93%, and then it fell down to about $13. Genesect was $14.50, went up to $21 about, so it went up by about 43%, and then fell down to below it what it was pre-sale. And the Bolton V, I love Bolton, don't get me wrong, but Pokemon loves making Bolton widely available. So the Bolton V, this is my favorite one to look at. So it was $5 on pre-sale. Day before release, it was roughly $4, so it had fallen by 20%. And then as of yesterday, they're selling for $1. They're still selling for $1. I double checked, but it fell by 119%. That's right. It fell by 119% from $5 to $1. Is 120%. So it's great for me. But I'm excited to look at all of these prices. I'll look at December 12th, which is 1 month after release. By that point, everyone will have a month to have picked everything up. Evolving Sky should be done with its second wave. Battle Style should have had its third wave by now. Chilling Rain will be on its second wave. But all this information is here to say that pre-sale is always a good way to get product in your hand right at the very beginning. But if you want to wait and get the best bang for your buck, right now with Fusion Strike coming out, I would look at battle styles even as far back as Shining Fates. A lot of Shining Fate shinies are selling for less than $5. Most of the Shiny Vault is less than $5. Most of the big hitter cards and battle styles are dirt cheap, like the alternate art Urshifu Rapid Strike. I able to pull on my third or fourth pack. When I got it, the card was sitting at about $165. As of today, it's second highest at $66 for that card. The Urshifu VMAX single strike alternate art, I have 3 of those, and those are each going for $45 when they're originally going for $120. So right now, Battle Styles is the best set to look into because everything fell by about 60 to 75%. So if you want to start collecting those rare cards, I would look at Battle Styles back into Darkness Ablaze and Champions of Path and backwards. Chilling Rain is starting to get there, especially with how much product is now back on shelves. But I would wait until Brilliant Stars comes out before you'd start collecting Chilling Rain. But I really wanted to give this information to you all because I think it's extremely important to look on paper and see why it's okay if you have FOMO, but not necessarily buying these products and buying in mass. Like right now, if I wanted to buy the Mew VMAX Secret Rare we just saw was $95, right? So I could buy 3 TBs and on average get 6 hits, and I'd pay $120 for those ETBs, or I could buy 2 ETBs and a blister pack essentially, and I could have that Mew VMAX secret rare. But with those, what is that? That's 23 packs. I have the chance of getting more VMAXs or more alternate arts. So it's really that gamble of I could pay that $100 to get the Mew VMAX Secret Rare in my hand for sure, or I could pay $100, get 23 packs, and maybe get more cards than just that. So really, it's up to you. There's no wrong way to collect. Whatever way you want to collect is the best way to collect. For me, I love waiting until prices drop. Like now, I'm looking at battle styles, which is why I bring it up for the gold energy and the gold Houndoom, because I have a shiny binder, I have a gold energy binder, a gold Pokeball binder. In fact, I was able to just get some Sun and Moon stuff now that it moved from the expanded decks into Legacy, or the Legacy decks, Legacy format. People don't want them anymore, so prices of those old gold energies are tanking, which is great for me. So this is the information so far. Sorry, this is all very jumbled. I've not done this before, and I hope I stay in frame, because when I have my editing software up to check the video, I cannot see my screen. It turns into like when you're looking at between two mirrors and you see infinity. It's very much like that. So anyway, my name is Poke Gloves. Thank you so much for watching this very long-winded video. Next time, I hope that I'm more streamlined, and I'm probably only going to focus on a few cards from a set versus everything. I'll only look at like stuff that I think is going to be worth a lot more in the future. And again, with everything I'm saying, take it as it is. Take it with a grain of salt. For me, I like looking at these numbers so I get reminded for myself that I don't need to stress my wallet buying a bunch of sealed product and opening it up to get these cards that I want. Because right now, if I got every like from what I looked at prices earlier today, Saturday today, the 13th of November, if I got one of every card that I wanted, which is the Bolton V Full Art, VMAX Secret Rare, um, the Flaffy, and the 2 Energy, that would cost me $105 today. And I'm pretty sure in a month, because of how much prices are going to drop on the Boltons and everything, I'd be looking at spending $65 to $70. But we'll see in a month, and we'll compare those prices. So thank you so much for watching. I am Poke Gloves. Let me know down in the comments what you think. What information from here did you enjoy? What didn't you enjoy? What cards do you want to collect? Because I want to know what you collect and what's going to be in your binders. Because I think that that's really cool to know what you're looking for. Because as I open product, I'll always have duplicates up, and they're going to be on my Instagram. Right now, I don't have a website, or you can PM me through YouTube or follow me on Instagram at PokeGloves. And I have cards for sale through there. Trades as well, for the most part, are accepted. But yeah, that's the information I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give me a like if you can. It would really help the channel grow. Subscribe, share it with your friends or your family or someone who's really willing to get into the hobby or wanting to get into the hobby, and they like looking at numbers, because I'm a numbers dude, so I love this. This is my bread and butter. Love spreadsheets. But thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast talking to you guys, and I will see you all on the next video. Goodbye, everyone.